This is my 1997 Honda Valkyrie. This was the first year that the Honda Valkyrie was made, and it is based off of the Honda Goldwing kind of platform here. So it's got 6 carburetors for all 6 cylinders, unlike the Goldwing, which had 2 carburetors, 1 per each side. In 1999, they introduced the Valkyrie Interstate, which had a big fairing here and had a top box back here. So it was more like a Harley or a simplified performance Goldwing. It's got a 5-speed gearbox. It's got 100 horsepower and 102 foot-pounds of torque, and it is 721 pounds wet. Pretty dang heavy. So this is more than double what my Triumph Speed Twin weighs. So it's currently got the 6x6 exhaust. It's the Tourer package. This is my first cruiser style motorcycle, which I've really enjoyed, but this is way heavier than any other bike I've ever owned. Alright, and here is the story of how I got the bike. Alright, so I picked this bike up back in January of this year, 2023. I got it from an older lady whose husband passed away, and he had a pretty decent collection of bikes. So I went to go check them out, thinking that I was going to be getting a different bike. I was looking at a 1980 CBX, and then they also had a Moto Guzzi 750, and then a 1956 Ariel 4. So, and then she didn't even tell me about this bike, and they're sitting in the back, kind of dusty with the cover over it. So I asked her about it. I was like, man, I'd love to get a cruiser so I could put my wife on the back. She can actually feel comfortable on a bike, so we can actually take some trips. So I made her a fairly low ball offer for $1,000, and she says, no, I'm not interested. So came back with $1,600, and I said, the bike doesn't run right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. It could be a lot of things. So I think $1,600 for a non-running bike is pretty reasonable. She said, all right, cool. Got it home, charged up the battery, started to ride up. Since I got the bike, I have replaced the fork seals and did a little bit of tuning to the carbs, and that was honestly about it. Haven't really done too much. It is nice to have something with side bags to it, so you don't always have to carry a backpack. One thing that interests me about these bikes is the fact that it has 6 carburetors and it sounds like a muscle car. I am a fan of V-twins and parallel twins, but the flat 6 motor is just something that's completely different than anything out there. It sounds different, feels different. There's zero vibration to this bike. The only vibration I feel is the road. So one thing that I did have to get used to with this bike is the fact that the RPMs are pretty low on this thing. So you're cruising in 5th gear, 70 miles an hour at 3,000 RPMs, and that's a happy spot. Dog did not like me.